If your husband has become quieter lately, more distant, less affectionate, or less excited to come home, don't ignore it. A lot of women think men pull away because they don't communicate, because they're emotionally unavailable, or because they've changed. Sometimes that's true, but sometimes the uncomfortable truth is this: he no longer feels respected in his own marriage. And before you click away, I'm not talking about old-fashioned ideas of a woman being silent, submissive, or having no opinion. That is not what this video is about. I'm talking about the kind of disrespect that slowly destroys emotional connection, the kind that makes a man feel like he is tolerated, not valued, loved for what he provides, but not appreciated for who he is. I'm Ave. In case you're coming across my video for the first time, go ahead and like this video and subscribe to the channel. You're definitely going to have a good time here because we have real conversations about relationships that most people are too afraid to have. And ladies, some of these signs are going to be controversial because modern culture has taught many women to recognize when they feel disrespected, but not when they may be disrespecting the man they married. Let's get into it. One, constantly interrupting him when he speaks. This seems small, but it is one of the fastest ways to make a man feel dismissed. He starts telling a story and you finish his sentences. He explains how he feels and you jump in before he can complete the thought. He gives an opinion and you immediately correct it. Imagine trying to speak in your own home and feeling like you have to fight for the floor every single time. Many women don't realize they're doing this because they think they're being engaged in a conversation. But there is a difference between engagement and domination. When a man feels unheard repeatedly, he often stops trying to explain himself. Then the wife says, "He never talks to me anymore." No, he learned that talking does not lead to understanding. And let me say something that may upset some people. Communication is not only about expressing yourself, it is also about making the other person feel safe enough to express themselves fully. Too publicly correcting or embarrassing him. This is a major one in American marriages. You're at a family gathering, a party, dinner with friends, or even posting on social media, and you say things like, "Oh my God, that's not what happened." You never remember anything correctly. Let me tell the story because he'll mess it up. He's hopeless with money. He can even load the dishwasher, right? Everybody laughs. You think it's harmless. He laughs too. But inside, many men feel humiliated. A man can handle disagreement. What cuts deep is feeling that his wife enjoys lowering his status in front of other people. And here's the controversial part. Some women would be devastated if their husband joked publicly about their body, emotions, cooking, or intelligence, yet they regularly make jokes about his competence, income, memory, or masculinity and expect him to not be so sensitive. Respect is not tested when you're alone. It is tested when other people are watching. 3, making major decisions without including him. You don't need permission to be an adult. Let's be clear, but there is a difference between independence and acting single while being married. Buying expensive items, committing to financial obligations, changing plans that affect the family, volunteering his time, making parenting decisions, or inviting people into the home without discussing it first sends a message. The message is not, "I'm capable." The message is, your input is optional. A healthy husband does not want to control every decision. He wants to feel like a partner. And many men become resentful when they discover that consultation only happens after the decision has already been made. "Babe, I already booked it." "Babe, I already told them yes." "Babe, I already spent the money." That is not partnership. That is notification. 4, speaking to him with contempt. This is the one relationship experts consistently identify as one of the strongest predictors of divorce. Contempt is not yelling. It is talking to someone as if they are beneath you, eye-rolling, sarcastic clapping, mocking his concerns, using phrases like, "You're acting like a child," "Grow up," "You're so dramatic," "This is why I cannot talk to you," "What is wrong with you?" Contempt is poison because it attacks the person, not the problem. A disagreement says, "I don't like what happened." Contempt says, "I don't respect who you are." And once contempt becomes a habit, attraction usually begins to die on both sides. 5, withholding affection as a form of punishment. Now let's have the conversation many people avoid. No one owes anyone physical intimacy, but using affection, touch, warmth, or sex as a weapon is incredibly destructive. When there is unresolved conflict, emotional hurt, exhaustion, or genuine disconnection, that is one thing. But when the mindset becomes, I'm going to make him suffer. I'm going to teach him a lesson. He doesn't deserve affection until he behaves the way I want. The relationship turns into a power struggle. Many men experience this not just as sexual rejection, but as emotional exile. They stop reaching for your hand because they expect rejection. They stop hugging you because it feels one-sided. They stop initiating because they are tired of feeling unwanted. And then couples wake up one day feeling more like roommates than lovers. 6. Never acknowledging what he does right. This is one of the most common complaints I hear from married men in the United States. He works, pays bills, fixes things, drives the kids, handles responsibilities, shows up consistently. And the only feedback he receives is about what he forgot. The trash, the text, the appointment, the one mistake. So, ladies, appreciation is not a reward for perfection. A lot of women want emotional validation every day, but some men go months without hearing genuine appreciation from the person they are sacrificing for. Try saying, I noticed what you did. Thank you for handling that. I appreciate how hard you're working. I'm glad I'm doing life with you. Those sentences sound simple, but they have enormous emotional impact. Number 7, complaining about him to everyone except him. This is where social media has made things worse. Good chats, TikTok rants, Facebook posts, friends who only hear the negative, family members who never forget what you told them. If your husband's flaws are a regular topic of entertainment for other people, you are damaging trust. Venting is human. Seeking wise counsel is healthy. But broadcasting your husband's weaknesses while protecting your own is not vulnerability. It is exposure. And many women don't realize that even if he forgives them, he may never fully forget that the people around him know intimate details he did not consent to share. Your marriage cannot feel emotionally safe if one person is always wondering, who else knows about our private struggles? Here is the truth. Most people won't say disrespect in marriage is rarely one dramatic event. It is usually a pattern of small moments that communicates, you don't matter, you're not heard, you're not valued, you're not safe with me. And men often don't announce this with tears. They announce it with distance. Less talking, less touching, less joking, less pursuing, less trying. If you recognized yourself in some of these points, this is not an invitation to feel shame. It is an invitation to become aware. The strongest marriages are not built by perfect people. They are built by people who are willing to ask, how does my behavior make the person I love feel? Because respect is not about losing your voice. It is about using your voice in a way that protects the connection instead of destroying it. I'm Ava, and if this video made you think differently about marriage, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and tell me in the comments, which of these signs do you think damages a marriage the fastest?